In its 10th year running, the Glencoe Club is host to a Splash of Red in support of the Calgary Boys and Girls Club. Let me first introduce to you Ruth Beddoe, who's part of the Splash of Red committee, one of the many big bosses. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
If you'd like to follow along, hashtag Splash of Red. So what is this event all about, this big red gala, if you will?
Well, Splash of Red started the actual calling of Splash of Red in 2010. And Boys and Girls Club gala fundraising dinner. And we wanted to give it a fun theme. We wanted to make it a party. I go to a lot of fundraisers. I find lots of them kind of boring. And we thought, we really want it to be fun. We want people to come back. We want them just to have a great time and raise money. So we turned it into a party. So we came up with the theme, Splash of Red. Basically black and white with a splash of red. Now people are wearing anything they want but a splash of red. So now we're getting red wigs, we're getting all kinds of things. And it's fundraising for Boys and Girls Club, and it's a fun name.
Someone who's unfamiliar with the Boys and Girls Club, share with us.
Well,
it's a fantastic organization. It's been here in Calgary for so long.
Yeah, 75 years. 75 years. So started in 1939, the short story. 1939 started, and it was called Boys Town. Called Boys Town because the fathers, husbands were off at war, and boys were getting into trouble, heaven forbid. They were using slingshots and breaking the lights on the street lights. And people decided these boys are getting into trouble, and we have to do something. We have to find programs for them. So the Boys Club started. So that was 39, 44. Women
realized that girls got into trouble too.
Same things, the girls were getting into trouble. Those girls. So the girls were following the boys. So they started Girls Town, and then 1975, they put the two together, Boys and Girls Club. So Boys and Girls Club, 1975, and then different programs just kept starting. First of all, it was a lot of clubs in neighborhoods, basically for kids to go for supervision, for guidance, for games, for sports. A lot of things started with the sports for the kids.
And these are run by volunteers as well?
It's run by a lot of volunteers, but there is a small group of a paid staff, because there's counselors, there's social workers, because there's foster homes, there's over 40 programs in over 25 locations.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
So it's a big organization, and 75 years, we're celebrating this year. And
must be doing something right.
Yeah, they're doing a lot right. I love it. I've been involved for 25 years.
What got you involved?
The short story, out with my husband having dinner, served way too much food, couldn't eat it all, and they said, oh, just all goes in the garbage. And I said, no, there's so many people hungry, there's so many starving people. Anyway, I came home from that trip, and turned out that I opened up the Herald, and in it was an article about the Boys and Girls Club starting the FANS program, which was food and nutrition at schools and feeding hungry kids who came to school. These kids came to school, no dinner, no lunch the day before, literally like crackers for dinner. And they would come in and they would be fed cereal, fruit, muffins, and little kids would eat 6, 7, 8 bowls of cereal. They were so hungry. And then, of course, they proved that eating food, eating cereal, they did better at school. A, they got better marks, and B, they weren't as disruptive, right?
After 75 years, I'm sure you've heard countless stories of those youth that have made it up through the ranks, if you will, who are probably giving back as well, too.
Totally.
Especially some great stories.
Totally, totally. A lot of the volunteers that we have are youth that have gone through the programs and now they give back, or ones that have turned around and they're now working as paid employees. Or we also have many successful people in our city and gone on to other cities who went through the Boys and Girls Club because it was a place for them to go after school. Not so much that they were from really disadvantaged families, but the parents were working and couldn't afford sports programs, and so they kept occupied, and because of it, weren't getting into trouble and everything, and a lot of support and love. So it's really helping kids at risk and disadvantaged kids. So a lot of great programs.
Last year you raised over close to $400,000.
Right.
That was the 9th year.
Yep.
This year, hoping to raise more. You can
Yeah.
still get involved in this gala, yes?
We're basically sold out.
Are you? Congratulations.
Yeah, really, we're so happy. We're pretty much sold out by the end of August.
That's great.
Every year it seems to be earlier and earlier, and I think that's because we're such a great party. We have a great band. There's fun dancing. We have spot dances.
Wow.
I mean, we've turned it into just a great party, and 300 people, so it's a party enough that you can mingle around.
Beautiful.
But yeah, this year really hoping to raise over 400,000.
Ruth, congratulations on this fantastic
Thank you.
program and
Thank
being
you.
involved for so long.
Thank
they're
you.
They're
Yeah.
very lucky to have you.
Well, love it.
Ruth Beddoe is a Splash of Red committee, one of the big bosses. Again, you can go to find out more at Boys and Girls Clubs of Calgary.ca. Thanks,
Right.
Ruth.
You're welcome.
Still to come, Uncommon Common Foods with Chef Jen. By the way, here's what's happening in and around Calgary. This is Trending on Shaw.